I wasn't
You're
aware
not
this was
starting the
recorded.
stream, Vesper. I haven't gotten the notification from not Discord, Twitch yet.
Delete the stream! Delete the stream! Delete the stream!
Oh God!
It's too late. We can't go back.
Delete!
Oh no!
Delete!
Oh my God! I got the notification. Damn
delete.
it, Vesper! Cut it! Cut it! Cut it! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no!
It's digital. We can't cut it. It's recorded
please,
forever.
delete, delete. Hit that delete button. Delete.
So
delete,
last
delete.
time on the Them Fighting Herd session, we got into a giant fight. I left halfway through, and I think we won. Yeah, let's.
Yeah, we
all because of my
You are a
delete when I
traitor.
jumped off a building and nearly cracked my own skull.
Everyone except for Zhanghua died.
So
No, actually, it was
basically,
I
almost died.
only
So
Zhanghua that died.
I am actually going to have to stop listening. That's unfortunate. Very good then. I cannot multitask to save my life. It's unfortunate. I can't even listen to music while DMing. All right. Well, let's get this officially started, shall we? So then, last time on Nameless Quest Z, really come up with a good name for this. Anyways, the town of Baikonur had been sieged by the bandits, and our brave heroes had decided to stay with the town and fortify it. And after a surprisingly profound victory on the end of the townsfolk, the bandits have been beaten back, all of them slain except for their leader, who has more or less fled the town, but was not able to pull off a magical escape because a magical crystal had been thefted from his possession.
Crystals.
Well, it is a black crystal that also.
Don't you start.
That said, we'll pick up exactly where we left off. Specifically, Zhanghua had just finished beating down the big bull. There are 4 buildings on fire. One of which is Ulan's house, the fabric trader who was apparently on the payroll of thieves.
You know, it would help if we had a map.
And well, I'd love to drop a map into Discord, but my map is currently locked inside of my broken thumb drive. So I don't have one at the moment.
One
So
of us should have
imagination?
at least downloaded it. Sheesh.
Nope.
I think I did.
I'm sure if we search up map on OC campaign, we'll eventually find it.
Maybe.
Probably. Point of the matter is, and of course, Dan Zay, the long Sandy, has, like I said, is currently heading away from town. Thank you.
There we go.
Still dead.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, there are four buildings on fire. Basically the top 2 buildings in zone 1 and 2 are on fire.
Oh yeah, I remember. I had they lit that one on fire. Whoop.
Yes. So, what are you guys gonna do?
So I'm going to rejoin Zhanghua from Zone 2 and head on over to Zone 3, regroup with her,
Alright.
and go. I survey my surroundings, and I see that big. It was a bull, right?
Yes.
The one that. Yeah. Okay. I see the big bull.
Bull
From our previous escapade, and I turned to Zhanghua and I. He was here,
Yeah. I beat
and
him.
you took
though.
care of him.
Yeah. I'm the best.
I'm not gonna lie, you're
Around.
pretty top tier.
Nothing
But
ever gonna keep you down.
No false modesty here.
I'm the best. I'm the
And,
best. I'm the
so-
best.
So what are you doing
I'm
in
the
Colorado?
best.
What are you doing in Colorado?
Well, first things first. I'm a regroup with Benson. Check up on him, see if he's all right.
And what are you doing, Benson?
What am I doing? Jeez.
Well,
I think you were on top of a building.
I believe you got down and landed on your face. Oh no, that was Eo.
No, that was me. I got a 2. I nearly cracked
I
my
remember.
skull.
No, I think I remember. I was going to get the traps, right? And picking them up.
Yes, that's right. You were acquiring the traps.
Yes. I guess I picked them up and tried to find Colorado.
Well, the two of you meet each other just fine. Let's see. And then the last question is, Ophelia, what are you doing?
I'm gonna meet up back with Lavender.
Okay.
How's she
Then.
doing?
We'll go ahead and go in reverse order. So Lavender seems to be all right. She's a bit shooken up because of all the fighting. She's not used to being in a combat zone, but it appears no bandits ever reached her, and her services were never really called into necessity.
Except for when I was dying.
Yes. I mean, I don't know.
Semantics.
I have a picture-perfect memory of every session. What are you talking about? But for the most part, she's fine. A bit shooken up, but as far as Lavender is concerned, she's okay. Which means she's still a nervous wreck, you know, being imprisoned for 2 years and starved and other such things. Tends to
Couple
take
therapy sessions will get that right out of her.
And tic-tac-toe every day. You know,
a few years.
it's really down. Gets really down after a while.
Pretty much, but you know, a few years of therapy and she'll be fine.
Yeah.
She looks up at you, however, is like, okay, you're bleeding a little. There's blood everywhere.
Yes, well, thanks to you, it wasn't worse than it was gonna be. Thanks to you, I was able to snatch this from him, and I show her the teleporting trinket thing.
She tilts her head quizzically at it. What is it?
It seems to be some sort of stone which allows him to teleport away from here, from his current location. I think because I took it from him, he'll be nearby still.
Are you gonna chase after him?
I'm not sure. I have to see what the others say. But overall, I'm just happy that no one came to harm you.
Thank you. She looks up and sees several wounded soldiers because the town guard actually took a pretty decent hit. If my numbers aren't incorrect, I think they lost about half their number after all is said and done. She looks up in a bit of alarm. If you'll excuse me, there are many injured I need to see to. And she runs off to some poor injured soldiers. Benson, as you are picking up one of the lovely traps, Colorado approaches. And I suspect, Colorado, you wish to say something to Benson, yes?
Benson, how you holding up?
Surprisingly well. We managed to get all the soldiers out, and it's really great.
Yep. Well, I mean, thanks. Blah, I got words.
Ken has words.
Yes.
Ken having words is tough.
Super tough.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's take those things. We can use them as makeshift bombs we could throw in case that guy ever shows his face again.
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool.
End scene.
Yes, I figured. Yeah.
Exit stage, right?
Curtain.
The real question is, are the two of you going to reconvene with others?
After that, let's check up on the others, see how they holding up.
Yeah.
All right. And then back to the bottom where we started.
Started from the bottom, now we
Started.
back at the
Oh,
bottom.
come on! I was about to do that.
My whole team.
That joke was too obvious.
Although I suppose the two of you already RP'd your scene, didn't you?
No, we didn't.
Very good then. What more do you wish to say to each other?
So how did things go with you?
Asking me.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
She looks around. She just shrugs. We got the bulk of the force.
You look
Lots of dudes. The bull. The other longma. By the way, he's still out there.
Yeah, I was trying to catch him and I jumped off a building, but Lepak, I mean, I should be good at climbing, but I kind of landed on my face. But I'm good. But enough about me. So, you good? Like, do you need a quick heal or something? You look a little roughed up.
I could use one just in case.
All right, here we go. Need to look it up because I don't know my heal spell, but guiding bolt, like the back of my hand.
Fine, let me heal. All right, Zhanghua, let me heal you by casting Guiding Bolt.
Yeah, it'll cauterize the wounds, don't you know?
It'll get rid of all your problems, along with you.
It'll cauterize everything all at once.
It'll cauterize your soul.
Oh gosh. That's one way to purify someone, I suppose.
15 HP.
Oh dang, that's
maxed
nice.
Oh yeah, big boys.
Yeah, boy.
So this is how it works. So Eo's hands start to radiate green energy because health is usually green.
Oh.
And then he just kind of like massages you. He's not touching you, but he's like waving in your general area of what he's healing.
Oh, you're not using your book for this?
No, I've decided that healing is like actual magic that I have on myself, and more attack magic is like book.
Oh, okay, cool. All right.
So I heal Zhanghua and I say, better?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I didn't give you a Snickers, but you were better.
What's a Snickers?
Don't worry about it. In any case, we should probably regroup with the others.
Eo, have a Snickers. You break the fourth wall when you're hungry.
That's not true. I had Whataburger, so I'm good.
I believe.
What's a Whataburger?
Don't worry, Zhanghua. He just pat your head.
A Whataburger is a burger that has been submerged in water for.
Wait, hold up. To be a little to get away from the session. Honestly, up until I was maybe 15 or something, I always thought it was pronounced Waterburger instead of Whataburger. No
It's
joke.
okay. It wasn't until
when I was little, I used to call a library a lying berry.
Oh, that's adorable.
That's cute.
So it wasn't until I think I was about 15 when I realized that IHOP and the International House of Pancakes were the same thing.
Don't worry. It was I didn't know that till I was nearly just a few years ago. I don't know, 17 maybe? 17-ish? I didn't know jack.
IHOP versus the International House of Pancakes, they just different.
It just doesn't sound like you can connect the two, right?
Not
it
at
just
all.
one seems formal, like a museum. One just sounds like IHOP.
A museum where you eat the displays.
Exactly. They got to replenish that every morning and throughout the day, actually, because everybody keeps eating the friggin' exhibits.
For real. All right. So, if I recall correctly, everyone's basically heading back to a group, correct?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I guess.
I heard an I guess.
Yeah, that was me.
Was there something else that you were doing outside
No. I was kind of answering like Ophelia.
Oh, right on then. Very good. Well, at this point, as Eo and Zhanghua conclude their conversation, the other three show up.
So how things holding up on your ends?
I almost
good.
got.
I got through pretty well, surprisingly, seeing as how I was all by myself in my own zone. But, it could have been worse.
Too easy. We pretty much rocked them until the bull came along.
Be right back for a bit.
Then it was slightly harder.
As a side note, the guard that is still the guards that aren't injured have begun working to try and put the fires out.
And oh yeah, one of my buildings is on fire.
All right, I'm back. I heard this loud crashing sound. I wanted to see what it was.
Classic.
Classic. Much
kitchen
like
pots.
Chanoa's hair, one of my buildings is on fire. But they seem to be taking care of it, so I think it's all right.
Yes,
I'm gonna look around.
And for your benefit, Colorado, the guard who are not too injured to move are currently trying to put out the fires.
Oh, okay.
I was also able to take this from that Longma, and I showed him the teleporting trinket.
Wait, he's
a crystal.
Wait, we got him.
He's still out there.
Quick question, Ophelia. How are you holding the crystal? Are you holding it with your magic, or are you holding it in your hoof? Just quick.
Hoof, because she's not gonna drop it.
Fair enough.
Dude, can I do a history roll on that crystal or not?
Basic telekinesis.
You can roll an Arcana on it.
Arcana.
You can also roll a history, but it won't be as useful. Although you could roll both. You never know. I mean, you've had some surprisingly baller rolls. You never know. Anyways,
I have the best rolls. See these good rolls.
This is true. The crystal in Ophelia's hoof. Wow. The crystal in Ophelia's hoof is about half the length of her horn. It's solid black and doesn't even really reflect much light. Granted, it's night, so there's not a lot of light to reflect.
But there's lots of fires.
It is very carefully and evenly cut. Has 5 sides and it ends with points at either end. And those of you who are sensitive to magic can feel. How do I want to put this?
I'm still included in there.
Give me just a quick second here.
It feels even.
1.
Okay.
All right, too long.
You feel some sort of strange power in it. It's a type of magic you haven't really come across before. It doesn't feel inherently evil, but there's definitely something. That's the best way to put this.
Not right.
Soul sucking is a bit too strong, but it's not far off.
Like it's attracting all the surrounding magic to it.
More like the nature of the magic that's in it is counter to what you're used to. If one were to use comparison, comparing it to antimatter wouldn't be too far off the mark. It's obviously not antimatter, or else you would all be dead in a terrific explosion of death. But the general concept is more or less correct.
It's magic antimatter.
Magic.
But
that automatically makes it safe.
It's definitely a type of magic you have not been exposed to before. It's not very strong magic, but it's definitely a type of magic you've not really encountered before. Now then. Benson and Jean-Paul, you both rolled. Benson, what did you roll?
Arcanine. I rolled the Pokemon Arcanine.
MVP.
Well, that explains why you roll so hot.
Hey.
I
love it. 1 extra experience point.
And Strider, what were you rolling?
I rolled the cinnamon and the Arcana.
You also rolled Arcana? Arcana.
Dang.
Okay then. Well, both of you.
Equally as much.
But I know more. And then I didn't do that bad either.
For a flat with D20, I'm all right.
All right. I'll start with Io actually.
Work your way up. Good.
Colorado, if you are rolling for Arcana, you cannot roll for it.
I'll just see what I would get.
Fair enough.
Decent, but
terrible.
not a lot.
Terrible.
But even if you had crit, I'm afraid I couldn't give you any information.
Yeah, I know.
Fair enough. All right.
I'm just seeing if my rolls today are going to be really bad or really good.
Fair point.
Starting off strong.
Slightly below average. Okay. You.
Yes.
You get the feeling that this crystal feels like something akin to the. It's not quite the antithesis to the magic that you channel, but not too far off.
I have a feeling that this crystal radiates the antithesis.
Well, I'm not quite done. I'm not quite done yet.
My own magic.
Not quite done yet.
All right, got it.
The best way to compare is if you're looking at a color wheel, it wouldn't be exactly the opposite of it, but like, slightly off to the side in a sense. You sense that this crystal in the proper hooves could probably be used for augmentation purposes. Like, you get the feeling that you can't exactly tell what it does, but like any magic item, you have to establish a connection to it. And whereas most magic items have a certain function that they perform, this one's more malleable in what it does.
So it's orichalcum.
Well, it's more like whatever magic it possesses can be used in different ways. Whereas if you hold a magic weapon, that thing's just going to cut things good and stay sharp forever. Or you're holding, a healing balm, that thing's going to heal. That's just what this does. This doesn't seem to have one set purpose. But what exactly that means escapes you.
All right, so Eo's just going to think of it as orichalcum because Final Fantasy?
Do as you see fit. That said,
I'm going to say that I'm going to tell everybody that it kind of seems like it doesn't really have a set purpose, but I can't really tell much more than that.
Benson.
Monday.
So, your studies of the arcane have taught you crystals, of course, are an important part of arcane studies, as well in small measure divine studies, although divine magics don't typically utilize crystals. Mostly because divine is mostly a bestowed gift, as opposed to arcane, which is harvested and utilized from the universe around you. Crystals, of course, are a fairly common storage device for this power. And oftentimes, certain types of power and energy are stored inside crystals. It's something akin to ingredients, whereas a scroll will hold a certain spell. As mentioned before, certain magic items will hold a certain purpose. Crystals tend to be more raw energy. For example, if you want to perform a ritual to make something levitate, it's helpful to have a series of crystals with magic that's school of magic.
All magic.
Alteration. There we go. I think is the school I'm looking for. Essentially, the type of magic that adheres to alteration into these crystals to help augment and basically provide, basically batteries that give you a power boost to be able to do what you need to do. This crystal, you don't know what magic is in it. You don't understand what is in there, but you do know that this type of magic adheres to its user. You get the feeling that this type of magic kind of does what you want it to do within a certain limit. Given the amount of magic that's in this thing and how big it is, which isn't all that large, its powers are fairly limited. But in the right hooves and a bit of creativity, it could come with some pretty creative uses for it. So think of it as something of a undefined Swiss Army knife that you can change some of the tools on.
Benson mentioned this.
For Zhanghua, Your studies in the monastery have taught you much about the flow of energy. And about, the key that permeates the world around you, the flow of energy and how it interacts with everything.
Nerds.
Pretty much. What you get from this is you get a sense of eagerness from it. You get a sense of... That's the best way to put this. You don't sense any sort of malice from this. You don't sense any sort of, shall we say, hunger, or any sort of, well, I'm not going to say evil, but the sort of key you're feeling from it isn't the sort of key you would feel from a stone cold killer. The closest thing you could think of would be something akin to perhaps like a small animal, something that may or may not be a pet. It's difficult to tell. This thing obviously is intelligent, but you can tell it's looking for some sort of attachment. And it seems quasi-benign in this attachment, even though the magic that is made of leaves you feeling a bit uneasy. Now then, that's the information. Feel free to share it as you see fit, including doing what one of my friends loves doing, and that is casting the spell Exposition. He likes to, get from point A to point B as quickly as possible, so he'll just cast Exposition on NPCs.
Is that exposition? Or not exposition, is that a cantrip?
No, it's a silly made-up spell, yes.
Oh,
Cast Exposition!
Cast Exposition.
I don't cast exposition because I already said all that I know, that it's really malleable and that it's totally orichalcum.
Well then, any reactions to all this information?
Does Benson mention it?
Yes.
I'm just
Benson, Changhua, and myself.
All right, one at a time. Carlo, you first. What'd you say?
I'm just scratching my head, not really getting it.
All right, and Io, what did you say?
I just said that me, Benson, and Changhua all said it. That's all I said.
Very good then. Fair enough, Ophelia. That said,
well, are you gonna say something?
Well, if there's no further reactions to the crystal,
Well, I was just gonna say something real quick.
Go right ahead.
I was gonna say, hearing what exposition babble from both Benson and Changhua, I'm like, it's totally orichalcum, guys, definitely. And that's it.
Fair enough.
Anyway, now we got this magic thingy. We could chase
Crystal?
down what he said. We could chase down that Danzig guy.
Well, we could if we knew where he went. He's already long gone.
Zhanghua points out to the desert.
Well, yes.
I'm assuming
specifically.
Like last time you said he ran off, then stopped, and was just chilling out there.
Correct.
Yeah. And didn't you say that we could actually see him from really far away?
Correct. It appears his flames are full ablaze, and he appears to be stationary at the moment, looking towards the town.
I would assume he's over there where it's glowing.
Changhua.
Yeah?
Give me a... Give me 1 second. I should have pulled out the character sheet. I don't have... Alright then. Give me an insight or history.
I will do insight.
OC.
Yes.
So we can still see him from like edge of town. He's just like a dot in the distance, right?
He's a little closer than that.
Oh, so if I tried to, could I hit him with a guiding bolt?
He is too far. He's a bit too far for that.
All right. It's my last spell anyway.
So yes, I will go ahead and go with it. So it comes to no one's surprise that Longma often will, because it's easy to see each other from far away, and you learn how to make certain flame signals.
Mm-hmm.
His is he's no one else would quite get it because they're not necessarily Longma who sure, but he's emitting a none too subtle something between, that's the best way to put this,
like F off or something.
kind of I'm going to murder your face type of fire signal.
Oh, is it like what's it called? Like what's the runway attendants for airplanes? Like they have all those signals and stuff, kind of.
It's like Morse
but
code.
Like Zhonghua flames.
It's like Morse code.
Yes, although it's
burning Morse code. She
yes,
she turns the rest of the party and just looks at everyone and goes, "Yeah, he's not happy. He's
I could assume that.
He's saying he's gonna kill us."
Well, I mean, it's only fair. We were trying to do the same thing just a few moments ago to him.
Is there any way you can reply back?
I will attempt to.
I'm a bit rusty.
I haven't, done the thing.
The hokey pokey?
The hokey pokey. I don't turn myself around.
Put your whole flame in, put your whole flame out.
Tell him we're gonna hokey pokey his face in.
We just poke his face until it goes in.
Hey, baby.
Alright. Well, go ahead. What's your message? And
what should I roll for it? Should I roll anything for it?
Well, it depends, actually. I don't think it's entirely necessary for you to roll, unless you're trying to accomplish something like, say, intimidate him.
Well, Zhonghua, tell him, bring it on.
Alright, so I will attempt to message him with an intimidation, which will probably fail horribly.
Zhonghua, tell him to come at us, flyboy.
Fight us IRL.
Ophelia.
Hey, 18, that's not bad. 18, that's
pretty good.
So that's pretty good. So she turns around, she begins doing her thing, like her I guess it would be like her flames are constantly like, kind of like getting poofier and retracting, poofy, retract, something like that.
Yeah, the typical flame communication isn't necessarily like on-off, but subtle movements in the flame, the position of the wings and the mane and the tail.
Yep.
It's by design, but it's more subtle by design. They kind of figure, it's probably best if we keep it somewhat subtle, just so other races don't quite catch on. It's not that Hoshan is uniphobic; it's just they're cautious of outsiders.
Zhonghua accidentally does the Longma mating dance.
Yes.
Yeah.
That roll is so basically you're saying come and get it.
I'm looking for. I was looking for something
in which context?
Oh, the return of the Y boner. With a vengeance.
So you were saying, Strider?
Oh no, the dildo.
Let's just say if this were if this were like a television show, there would be at least 20, 30 bleeps.
Tell him to square up.
Oh wow, 20 to 30. That's really
20,
high.
20 to 30 bleeps. Lots of
Bombs of a litter variety.
Give me 1 second. I have to.
A lot of bleeps, and then
assume that it's assume that it ultimately boils down to I'm going to rip him to shreds with all the expletives I can muster.
With like all the expletives, violent movements, and then a crowd in the back going, Jerry, Jerry.
And the other half of the crowd going, ooh, because they took it in the other context. So again, in which context?
So there's a more or less moment of silence as Zhanghua's flames flicker and dance around her, quite energetically and perhaps a little ferociously. And then in the distance, you see the flames of Danzai also move, but much more concisely and shortly.
Is that him replying? Zhanghua?
Hang on, I finally found it. Basically what it boils down to what she said.
Oh, all right.
Give me 1 moment.
One moment later.
All right, here we go. I'll put it in general.
Let's take a quick gander.
Oh dear. I'll watch that later.
Same.
Very good. Take a look at that in a little bit. All right then, back to over here. Very good.
All right, whatever.
So yes, that is his reply to what you said to him.
Is that a reply, Zhanghua?
She turned around and was like, he wants us to bring it, so let's bring it.
He wants the heat.
You're gonna get a lot more.
Wait,
the entire army.
Before we do that, though, you know what we should do?
Hmm?
I think we should leave that crystal here just in case he would try to snatch it.
I don't know, Colorado. I mean, if we do leave it, we got to give it to someone who's trustworthy.
We have a whole town guard.
Yes, but still.
Well, they aren't really proficient with magic, so they wouldn't be able to use its full potential. So I think that would be a good idea.
Oh gosh, so many images to scroll through. There we go.
Why don't you try? We can give it to the new commander guy.
I forgot his name. What was it, like Amethyst or something?
Like
Amethyst.
Nephthys or something.
Yeah, it's Nephthys. Nephthys.
Yes, Nephis, I think is what it was.
Nephis.
All right, Nephis, whatever.
Nephis sounds right enough. I would look at it, but his name is buried in a bust thumb drive. So, but yes, Nephis sounds close enough. So we'll go with Nephis.
Nephis it is.
Yeah.
Nephis, whatever. Remove the T, we're good, Ophelia. All right, we're good.
Nephis.
Nephis.
All right, well, the General Nephis is pretty trustworthy dude. maybe we could leave it with him. Maybe.
Yeah, I agree with that. That's like the first thing Io's ever said. That's like reasonable.
Hey, I've said plenty of reasonable things, like, hey, I'm gonna jump off this building and hopefully not crack my skull. And plus, I'm not even suggesting that. I'm just saying we could. But I think we shouldn't. I think we should keep it with us.
Ophelia, do you have any thoughts
And
about
I'm thinking
this?
that's a bad idea.
It's hard. It's hard to think of what Ophelia would reply.
Sleight of hand to steal it from Ophelia, like she did to me with that divination card.
Well, if you really want, go right ahead.
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna refill myself some sody. So I still have my headphones on, so I'll listen.
Can I roll perception to see if he's trying to do that to me?
No, you're clearly gonna see me do it.
Typically speaking, it's
I got a 17.
It's opposed checks.
Okay, so savings.
Ophelia, bring it.
Sleight of hand.
It would be his sleight of hand versus your perception.
Oh, perception.
Yes.
Oh man, she's gonna beat me then. She beat me because of her bonus.
Wow.
All right, so I try to be all sneaky and just snatch the crystal out of her. Well, she was holding it with the hooks, right?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. So I try and snatch it out of Ophelia's hoofs.
I see him trying to do this.
Whatever. But she's too fast for me.
Yeah, I see him doing this. Like, really? I don't say it out loud, but like I have these eyes that are.
You have that face, one eye lower, the other one eyebrow raised and is bigger. You're like, really?
Really?
I'm just like, what?
And then I slap him in the face.
Ooh.
Instantly 0 health. I'm down, guys. I'm knocked prone. Help.
Well, time to make a death save.
Ow.
Death save.
Not really, obviously.
Really?
I extend my full leg out and I'm like, just hand it over. I'm gonna try to roll that with persuasion.
Ooh.
Alright.
You know what? I'll say the same thing. I want to do
Ophelia, make an opposed charisma saving throw, please.
Charisma saving throw? Alright.
Yes.
I'll also do persuasion and say the same thing.
Bam!
Right.
Benson, you do good. Good. Dang it, Benson. Do better. Better.
Do it again. Better.
You gotta do it.
Ah.
Better.
All right. It appears Colorado's. Ophelia. Blah, blah, blah. It appears Colorado's words are not very convincing, Ophelia.
What's Colorado doing?
I'm just simply like saying, can you hand it over?
Sweet and simple.
Sweet and simple.
All right. So what was Benson saying in an attempt
That was
to?
Kind of like the same thing. Is like this crystal needs to just not be in any hands. We could just leave it here. Nothing will get behind it. We have good guards people. So Ophelia, please.
I mean, it wasn't in hands anyway. It was in her hooves.
Hose.
Yeah.
So we're already halfway through what you were trying to get her to do. It's not in any hands.
So, anyways, yes. So those are the words that are sent your way, Ophelia. They just don't really seem very convincing. How do you wish to reply to their pleas?
Well,
And one attempt to snatch.
But it could be useful. We could use it to stop him, to increase our magic.
We're pretty powerful.
I mean,
ourselves. We don't.
We're pretty powerful.
Enhance it.
Yeah.
I mean, I see.
Have you seen what Colorado's done to a door?
Look,
We took down a scorpion that knocked 2 of us down.
guys. Look, I see where you're coming from, but that thing looks kinda evil.
I mean,
Didn't seem exactly evil to me.
I mean, the fact that it's,
black, Io.
The fact that it's solid blacking.
That's racist against Benson.
That's racist.
Well, gray, but close enough. He's almost black. He's a black sheep.
Hey.
Don't deny your wool. Just be comfortable in your own skin, all right?
Be comfortable.
And the moral of this story is, kids, don't be racist.
World.
So,
in any case,
do I have to make an opposing charisma roll for Colorado too? Or should I just reply to him?
You are free to reply to him. Basically, judging by their two rolls, I was going to compare to what you rolled and.
Okay.
So the question is, what do you do, Ophelia? Crystal is in your home. I cut out again, didn't I?
A little.
Just a little bit, but not much.
A little, you're all right.
Oh, how's this? Can I use my minor illusion spell to try and trick them?
Into what?
You can. They will be entitled to a wisdom saving throw, I believe, is the thing they need to.
I do have a spell called Detect Magic.
This you do.
As well.
Boy, you better hope I roll low, because I got a +6 on it.
So,
but knowing you, I probably will.
So, what are you doing? I assume you're making what are you doing with your minor illusion?
Okay, I'm going to find a way to mask the crystal, but at the same time create a replica in its place.
Gotcha.
Well, you could attempt to hide it in your cloak, and then you pull it back out, but it's the.
No, but that's suspicious, though.
No, I mean, you put it away, and we're like, no, hold on, wait. We try to make our case, so you pull it back out, but it's the illusion one.
Whatever. I just find a way.
I don't want to use my magic yet.
Either way, I would like everyone needs to make a wisdom saving throw. What is the DC, Ophelia?
9.
Oh boy, it's just a straight roll.
Oh, see, I told you, 11.
Yep.
Oh,
I told
I'm good enough.
I'm seeing right through that.
So I see through it. Colorado sees through it. Benson sees through it.
Right? Yeah.
And Jean-Hua?
I think he went to get more soda. Remember?
Oh, right.
I'm still here. I'm back.
Oh, okay.
Good. Yes. Wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh boy.
Okay, so you're fooled by it. Jean-Hua's the only one that's like, oh yeah, that's zero crystal.
I look at I see that. I look there. Hey! You trying to bamboozle us?
Wait. Hold on. No. Don't you try to pull that on us. That's not the real crystal, Ophelia.
Ophelia, this isn't the right thing. We're a team. Don't try to trick us.
Could be useful.
We're useful enough.
Could be useful for me.
Why is it always about you? Why can't it be about me? What if I want the crystal?
You don't need it.
Why rely on something else when you can rely on your own power?
Because I don't have enough of it.
I was kind of directing towards Ophelia, but okay, you.
Well, it could count for both of us. The tension is high. Stick, cut it with a butter knife.
At this moment.
All right. How about this? We just take it for now, but Ophelia stays in the back, away from that guy.
Wait.
How does that sound?
Well, first thing I'm going to point out is Ophelia's crying.
Yes, I noticed. But I'm trying to get through it.
This could be my one chance. You're not going to take it away from me.
Take one chance for what? You've already proven that you're more than capable on your own.
You typing something, OC? It looks like your green circle's lighting up.
Nope, that was me taking a drink of water. My super sensitive.
Hmm.
No, I'm just sitting here. I'm just sitting here eating some popcorn. Don't mind me.
Just enjoying the show.
Listen, whenever Ophelia said that
job.
thing,
Enjoy the
Colorado's like question like, chance for what? You've already proven yourself to be more than capable.
Oh, see?
Oh my god, what was that?
No, that was me sipping loudly and crunching popcorn. As I see.
So, Ophelia, do you have a response to
that? God.
Remember, you're supposed to be weeping right now.
I know. I guess I shout, "You wouldn't understand!" and I start running away.
I cast command. I cast command. I didn't want to do this, but
Wow,
I'm
we're
cast.
so quick to try and get rid. Oh god!
All right,
we're all just throwing everything at Ophelia.
All right, let's take this one step at a time. Benson, you want to cast command, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Carlota, what did you want to do?
The moment she bolted, I just took off after.
All right. Ia, what are you doing?
Guiding bolt.
Very well. Strider, or Shangwa, were you doing anything in particular? It appears she's meditating deeply the mystery of the universe.
But are you doing anything?
I mean, she's just waiting to go out and beat this guy up.